Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. So I guess I should go ahead and prepare you. There's going to be a lot of Game of Thrones stuff coming up. So it was recommended on my last Throwback Thursday video that I should do the Game of Cones palette next, which I didn't even think about it for last Thursday. I totally should have done it for last Thursday, being that the premiere was this past weekend, but I totally lost track of what day it even was, like what day of the week. So totally missed that opportunity. So we're going to do it now. So we're going to revisit the Game of Cones palette from Beauty Bakery, but I also kind of broke down and ended up ordering the Game of Thrones palette from Urban Decay. I was so on the fence about whether or not I wanted to buy anything from the collection, with the exception of the brushes. I knew hands down I wanted both of the brushes. So when it released, I went back and forth and finally ended up deciding on the palette. I still think it's like a really awesome collector's piece, and I do love my Urban Decay Through the Looking Glass palette as a collector's piece, and the shadows are still really pretty in it. So I bought it. I figure I'll go ahead and throw a video up there if you guys are interested in it. I know I'll definitely do one look, but if you guys are wanting to see multiple looks, kind of let me know in the comments of this video so that I can try to film as many as I can, because I'm thinking maybe that'll be my Sunday video. We'll see. But for today, we will visit Beauty Bakery Game of Cones. So that was this palette right here. Very similar to the Urban Decay Game of Thrones palette. There's pretty much no mattes here. They don't call this an all metallic palette, but it's just different variations of formulas, but none of them are a true matte. When I did my look the last time, I went a lot more grungy. I kind of stuck with the kind of green tones and the dark colors. So I think I want to go light and pretty and stick with the pinks and maybe the purple this time around and just do a really pretty light look with this. So let's go ahead and zoom in and get started. All right, so I've already primed my lid with the MAC paint pot and I set just the brow bone and like this area right here. I think I want to jump into the purple first. I think we're going to start off with purple, which is Dragon Cone. I'm going to take this little small fluffy brush. We're gonna see how this works. I want this to be a little bit of a softer purple, and it does have a little bit of a shimmer in there, but I really don't want that to show up. So let's see what happens here. It's not too bad. It doesn't come off shimmery when you use a brush like this, so that's good. All right, I'm just gonna kind of softly blend this upward a little bit, not too much. Okay, I haven't done a halo eye in a while. I've been doing a lot of like cut creases and half cut creases, so I want to not do that. So I'm thinking we'll do a little halo eye here. I do think I want to pick up a little bit of one other color though. Just get a different brush. I'm gonna switch over to this brush. It's still kind of fluffy. And I'm gonna go into Cakeless Man, which is the bright pink. But I'm just gonna very softly buff this at the upper edge of this bluish purple. I'm being really light-handed here because I don't want it to be super dark pink or anything. I just want it to have a little bit of a gradient going on. Okay, so just, you know, I'm literally just kind of like tapping, and then I'm so softly touching the brush to my skin. So I'm just trying to be very, very soft here. This one does have a little bit more sheen to it, which I'm not thrilled about because I feel like it's making the texture on my brow bone stand out a bit more. So I'm hoping when I go back over it with the purple, that'll go away because I'm not a fan of that. So I'm gonna jump back into the purple Dragon Cone shade and do one little soft pass right where the two colors meet. So even though I said I want to do this as a halo eye, I'm not going to make it quite as structured as I normally would. Usually I would either cut the crease or I would be really, really precise with the color I'm laying down. I want this to stay a little bit on the softer side. I still want the kind of like gradient of a deeper color into a lighter color, but I don't know, I think I'm gonna let it blend into the purple. We'll see how this looks, but that's kind of the idea that I have right now. So I'm gonna start off first by packing some of Beats Landing, this deep purple shade. I'm gonna take this on a little flat brush and I'm not gonna spray it. And I'm just gonna first pack a little bit onto the outer and inner part. I'm just gonna work on like packing it down first, and then I'll kind of like work it into the crease. And I don't even want to go very far in, so I'm just stopping right about there. Okay, switch back to the fluffy brush into the first Dragon Cone shade and just kind of blend where the two meet. I'll probably end up having to touch up this outer corner once I've like figured out all the colors and everything I'm putting down here. Okay, and then I think I want to take Slay Scale, which is this shade right here, and I'm just going to use my finger and just kind of like pack that on the rest of the center. Let it kind of blend off into the other shade. And then now I'll go back into the Beats Landing dark purple shade and deepen it up a little bit more. I am going to take a fluffier brush and dip into Beats Landing, that dark purple I've been using, and kind of like pat this on the outer portion and then blend it out so that when I kind of do my wing, it has a little bit of a depth out here. All right, I'm going to grab a little bit of Slay Scale on a brush and just give it a little spritz just to see if it gets intensified any. Not too much. I was really hoping it would end up brighter. So what I'm gonna do next then is jump into this shade right here, which is Storm, with that same wet brush. And just pop that right in the center and see if it adds anything. It doesn't look like it is. Yeah, it's really not adding anything. That's disappointing. Okay, well, then we're just gonna leave it at that for now. I might pop a little glitter over the top of it when I'm done. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm gonna probably use the two purple shades and the pink. I'm gonna start with the Dragon Cone shade on an angled brush and just line the entire lower lash line. And then with a smaller flat angled brush, I'm gonna go into Beats Landing, dark purple. I'm gonna spray this brush and I'm gonna get this right against the lash line. And then on a pencil brush, I'm going to take Cakeless Man and buff that underneath the light purple, kind of blending them together like I did up top. Again, I'm just being very light-handed with this color because I just want it to be a light wash of pink. Once I have that down, I will jump back into Dragon Cone once more with this pencil brush and just kind of blend the two together a bit better. So I personally want much more out of this look. It's just, I mean, it's really pretty, but I wanted a little bit of a brightness. That is probably the thing with this palette, is it's all very, I mean, these colors that I used are very pretty, but it all just comes off a bit smokier. So I'm gonna use one of the Stila Glitter and Glows. This one is the shade Monarch. I'm just gonna take a little bit on a really fat pencil brush. I'm just kind of getting it. First, I wanna dab it on the inner corner so that that is nice and bright. That definitely gives it a little something fun. And then take some, and I'm literally just going right in the very center. I'm just tapping it so that like when the light catches it, it's got this beautiful little sparkle. I kind of kept it closer to the lash line. All right, and then for the waterline, I'm gonna use No Shame from ColourPop. It's kind of a dark purple. And that is pretty much it for the eyeshadow. So let me go ahead and catch up the other eye. I don't think I'm going to do winged liner. I think I'm just going to add mascara and lashes. I'll pick out a lip and I'll come back and show you guys what I did. All right guys, so this is the completed look. So I ended up using my Milk Kush mascara, which I'm trying to use up before that dries up. For lashes, I did the House of Lashes Iconic Lights. I did not do any winged liner, just like I said, because I think it just looks really pretty on its own like this. And then for lips, I used Suva Beauty, the Unconscious. I love this color, and I think it looks really nice with the eyes. I mean, overall, it just ends up being this really pretty pinky purple look, so it's definitely fun. And of course, the most important part that I love about this look is the fact that it's so drastically different from the first look I did, because the first look was super grungy and green, and this one's just really pretty and it reminds me of like flowers and spring or something. I don't know. So yeah, this is the finished look with the Game of Cones palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like I mentioned, stay tuned this weekend. I will probably post something with the Urban Decay palette, the Urban Decay Game of Thrones palette. So if you're wanting to see more than one look there, if you want me to try to cram in 2, I don't think I'll have time for 3, but if you want me to cram in 2 looks, let me know, because I think I'll try to have that be my Sunday video. So you guys just let me know what you want to do. So thanks for watching. Bye guys.